Alright, y'all, the 2025 Oscar noms have dropped, so let's react to them. Y'all ready? Let's go.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B kid, and I'm back again with another episode of On the Bright Side TV. Welcome back. How you doing? Hope you're doing very well. I'm so excited to get into the Oscar nominations, the 2025 Oscar nominations. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Compared to previous years, I'm not that enthusiastic and I'm not that hyped about this Oscar season. I do feel like 2024 was a good year for films in general, but I feel like this to me might be the year in particular so far in my adult life where I just feel like a lot of the slate of movies in general is a slate of movies that I'm not that excited or that passionate about. So it's not that I think 2024 was a weak year for music. See, it wasn't a weak year for film. I'm such a music head. But I just think a lot of the movies that are in contention for a lot of the major awards, I'm just not that enthusiastic about them, at least the ones that I've seen. There's a couple more movies I still need to see, but still I can recognize that a lot of movies that are in contention for major awards really were well made and have a lot of good topics. I guess I just didn't personally connect with a lot of movies that came out this year that are up for Oscar nominations, and that'll probably get some, but I'm still excited to react to them nonetheless. Especially for particular people in the acting categories and all that. So let's get into it. I'm excited. Without further ado, here's my reaction to the 2025 Oscar nominations. Y'all ready? Let's go. And as a quick reminder, y'all, definitely go join my Patreon. Link below down in the description. On my Patreon, I'll have all my exclusive content that I won't have on my YouTube channel, like my uncut reaction videos and just other videos that are not going to be on my YouTube. They'll all be there on my Patreon. So definitely go join the community and support. Appreciate y'all. Come on, Bowen. Come on, Rachel. Oh, y'all look good. This was at like 5:30 in the morning in LA. Shout out to y'all. I ain't got time. I'm gonna be in the bed.
Me and Bowen. Don't worry, everyone. Rachel and I have been through extensive pronunciation training.
Okay, because listen, every year. Okay, first up, actor in a supporting role. I think obviously the top four I think are locked up. I'll be surprised if any of them miss. Kieran Culkin, Yura Borisov, Edward Norton, Guy Pearce. For that fifth slot, obviously, I'm hope dicting and I'm rooting for Clarence Macklin. I'm rooting for my black folk. And then besides him being a black king, I just think his performance in Sing Sing was so beautiful. And I feel like the Academy doesn't always, not always, but I don't feel like they recognize those type of really quiet, understated, but really beautiful performances enough in those type of films. I feel like a lot of times those performances will miss in when it comes to Oscar noms. So but also I've not seen Jeremy Strong's performance in The Apprentice to be able to like say, you know, whether or not I feel like he deserves it over Clarence Macklin. So I'm kind of indifferent to who will get that fifth slot. I'm obviously rooting for Clarence Macklin, but my head tells me that it's, and also my heart tells me that it's probably gonna be Jeremy Strong. He has more industry clout and support, and I think a lot of people want him to be an Oscar nominee after, you know, him and Kieran's run in succession. So I feel like it makes sense that he'll make it here. So I think that'll be the five, but I would love for Clarence Macklin to make it, and I'm rooting for him. So let's see what happens.
First, for best performance by an actor in a supporting role, Yura Borisov in Anora.
Okay, Yura.
Kieran Culkin.
Kieran.
Real Pain.
He gonna win it. Okay.
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton.
Unknown.
Okay.
Guy Pearce.
Guy
in The
Pearce.
Brutalist.
And Jeremy Strong.
And Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy
in The
Strong.
Apprentice.
I knew it. Okay. Shout out to these five. I ain't mad at it. I'm hopefully one day I'll check out The Apprentice to be able to see what the hype is about with Sebastian Stan and Jeremy Strong. And I also disclaimer, I think Sebastian Stan will make it into that fifth spot for best actor, which I'll talk about later. Although it could be Daniel Craig, we'll see. But yeah, Clarence Macklin, man. Oh, so sorry, bro. At the beginning of this award season, I really thought he was gonna make it to the end, and at some point, he just kind of lost steam. You know, he was redeemed by the BAFTA, which was amazing. So I thought maybe that would be a good sign, but it wasn't looking good. And I'm really sad because I feel like Clarence's performance in Sing Sing was so beautiful, and just I feel like that's a performance that really should be awarded. But at the same time, there's only 5 slots, and I feel like he didn't have the strongest campaign. So I guess I'm not surprised that we're here. And again, maybe Jeremy Strong. When I see The Apprentice, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm glad he got nominated. Maybe, but it would have just been, I don't know. I really feel like I would have loved to see Clarence kind of not sneaking, but just fit in here somewhere. But I'm not surprised at this 5. So shout out to these 5, man. I'm not surprised. And let's see who wins it. It's probably gonna be Karen.
Nominees for achievement in costume design.
Costume design. So I think obviously I'm assuming Wicked is gonna be a lock here. Nosferatu, I think. Gladiator 2, probably. Let's see who else
A
shows up.
Complete Unknown.
A Complete Unknown? Wait, oh. Was that, am I bugging? I don't think a lot of people... A Complete Unknown was in the top 5 for a lot of people. Oh, wow. Okay.
Conclave.
Conclave. Okay, a Conclave.
Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2, okay.
Nosferatu.
Yeah. And Wicked.
And Wicked.
Okay, bet. So I feel like, unless I'm tripping, I feel like the surprise here is a Complete Unknown. I've not seen that movie yet, but I'm kind of surprised it came. Well, then again, no, it's a movie based in the 60s. So off of what I remember in the trailer, I could see it being a good nominee here, but I'm surprised that it's in the final 5 compared to maybe some other movies, to be honest. But okay. All right. So I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of love for Complete Unknown in these nominations off of this alone. Let's see what happens.
Makeup and hairstyling are
Okay.
A Different Man,
A Different Man, yeah.
Emilia Perez,
Oh, okay. Emilia Perez made it in. I think a lot of people didn't have it in their final 5. So Emilia Perez made it in, which makes me feel like, again, another movie that's probably going to have a really good day, Emilia Perez, since it made it into this category. So I think a lot of people thought it could easily miss this category. So, okay. I'm not mad. It makes sense. I think it makes sense that Emilia Perez is in here, for sure. Although I think a lot of people thought it didn't have enough to be in here, which I'm not mad at. I could agree with that, but I'm not surprised it's here.
Nosferatu,
Nosferatu.
The Substance,
The Substance, nice.
and Wicked.
And Wicked, period. Okay. A cute 5.
The nominees for Achievement in Music, Original Score.
Original score. Let's see what we
The
got.
Brutalist.
The Brutalist, okay.
Conclave.
Conclave, yeah.
Emilia Perez.
Emilia Perez.
Wicked.
Wicked, come on.
And The Wild Robot.
Yes! The Wild Robot made it, and I'm shout out to Chris Bowers. I'm so excited for you. I'm glad you're finally in the, in the Academy officially, like not, as a nominee after years of amazing work as, as an up and coming composer. So I'm so excited for him. And to me, the rest of this category makes a lot of sense. I feel like there's something here that's missing that I can't think of right now. I'm sorry. But yeah, so maybe I'll put it in the comments later. But I feel like Emilia Perez, I'm kind of surprised is here too. But also maybe not.
First, for Adapted Screenplay,
Okay.
the nominees are
So for Adapted, I wonder who's going to get that 5th slot. Let's see how this goes.
A Complete Unknown, a screenplay by James
A
Mangold
Complete
and Jay
Unknown.
Cox.
Okay.
Conclave,
Conclave.
screenplay by Peter Strawn.
Probably going to win it.
Emilia Perez,
Emilia
screenplay
Perez.
by Jacques Audiard. Nickel Boys, screenplay by Ramel Ross and
Nickel
Justin
Boys.
Barnes.
Amen.
And Sing Sing, screenplay by
Woo! We got Nickel Boys and Singing. Nice. I love it. Okay, so no Doom Part 2. Okay. This 5 is interesting. A Complete Unknown Conclave. Okay. I feel like, what's the movie that's right under this? Was it Doom Part 2? Or is there another movie I'm forgetting to think about? But this 5 looks great. I'm sorry, y'all. I've had a long day at work. But okay, this 5. I'm just happy you guys Nickel Boys and Singing. That's nice. I love it. Oh wow. Okay. Love it.
Clarence Macklin.
So listen, Clarence Macklin was not nominated as a supporting actor like I feel like he should have, but at least he is nominated as a writer for Adapted. So I'll take that. Period. So he got love regardless. So we'll take it. Period. Shout out Clarence.
And for Original Screenplay, the nominees are...
A part of me really wants challengers to make it into that last spot. And something makes me feel like that could happen, but I don't know. We'll see. But I think it's actually a really cool category. But I think obviously, it's the top 4 locked up with Nora, Real Pain, Substance. I'm forgetting the 4th one, but Brutalist. But let's see who gets that last spot. I'm rooting for challengers, but let's see if it's gonna be September 5 or something else. Let's see.
Honora, written by Sean
Honora.
Baker.
Mm-hmm.
The Brutalist,
The
written by
Brutalist.
Brady Corbet. A Real Pain,
A Real
written
Pain.
by Jesse Eisenberg.
Shout out Jesse Eisenberg. Also, real quick, I just watched A Real Pain a few days ago. Jesse Eisenberg, I low-key kind of wish he actually was in the top 5 conversation for Best Actor, in my opinion. I understand why he wasn't at the end of the day. Well, I don't think unless he makes it in, but I doubt it. We'll see. But, whatever. But that script, bro. The script for A Real Pain is so good. I watched that movie and I loved the pacing and the vibe of it. But I loved how even though it was had a very casual feel to it, it was actually a very powerful movie in terms of the dialogue and the questions that were being asked and the things that were happening and the things that people, the main characters were saying between Benji and Jesse's character. Like, it was just such a good script. I'm like, Jesse Eisenberg, like, you wrote this all by yourself. Like, give him an award now. Like, He's probably not gonna win it, but I'm glad he got nominated and he deserves it. Great script, really a great script in my opinion.
September 5.
September
By
5,
Jason
okay.
Feldbaum
And The
The
Substance.
And
September
Coralie
5. Okay, shout out to Coralie Farjay. So September 5 is the one that made it in. I'm not surprised. I've heard a lot of good things about, you know, the script and the editing and all that. And when I see it, I probably will agree. But I'm not going to lie. I really wish Challenges could have made it in. I feel like Challenges would have been a really cute last option for that 5th slot. I really love that film and everybody involved. You know, shout out to Zendaya and, you know, Luca Guadagnino, one of my favorite directors of all time. Really good movie, but you know, I'm not surprised. But this also makes me feel like Challenges will not have a good day today, which is fine. I guess I can't be that surprised about it. It didn't have, you know, it was released early in the year and it kind of lost steam as the award season went on. But yeah, this top 5 is not surprising. Shout out to September 5. But man, RIP to Challenges in this category.
Nominees for performance by an actress in a supporting role.
Okay, this category is what you call a mother bloodbath. I think obviously my girl Ari and Zoe Saldana are locked up. Love those ladies. Love what they did in their films. I also want to say I feel like Felicity Jones is gonna be here. I wouldn't say she's a lock, but I feel like she'll be here. I want to say same thing for Isabella Rossellini. That 5th slot right now is, I think, a lot of signs are pointing to it being Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'm not seeing The Last Showgirl yet, but I've heard good things about her performance, and I won't be mad at it if she's in. I'm not that invested in who's in that 5th slot, to be honest. The only thing I will say is I would love for it to be Daniel Deadwyler. Again, not because I'm black and I'm rooting for my people, but also because I think Daniel Deadwyler again had a performance this year, like Until, that was extremely underrated and extremely underrecognized. And in my opinion, she really should have been a lock throughout the whole season for nominations in this category with different guilds and, you know, awards bodies. And it makes me upset that she was very spotty throughout the award season, but it is what it is. I'm not surprised. The panel listing wasn't seen by a lot of people, so I get it. But I would love for Daniel Deadwyler to kind of be that, you know, make that last hurrah into the 5th spot. But I don't think she will. I think it'll be Jamie Lee Curtis or Monica Barbaro or potentially Selena Gomez, which even though I love Selena Gomez, I don't want that to happen because I feel like Selena, even though I liked her and Emily Perez, I don't feel like she should get the nomination, in my opinion. And I'm not hating. I just don't think she should get the nomination, but I love Selena Gomez. So if it's Jamie Lee Curtis or Monica Barbaro, I'll be cool with that. If it's Selena, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be a little bit disappointed. And if it's Daniel Deadwyler, I will be bouncing off the walls because, like, hello Redemption. Let's see what happens, or let's see if somebody else is up in here who I don't think about.
Monica Barbaro.
Monica Barbaro. Damn. So Jamie Lee Curtis might not make it, which is interesting because I feel like Monica had such a spotty showing throughout this whole season. But again, I told y'all that I think A Complete Unknown is gonna have a good day. I forgot what category was it where it popped up and I was like, was it costume design? And I was like, oh, okay, that means that the Academy loved this movie. So I feel like, again, this is a category where they can show love. And here's Monica Barbaro. Okay, shout out to her. I've not seen the film yet, so I'm excited to see her performance as Joan Baez, I think. I've heard good things. But I'm kind of surprised that Jamie Lee Curtis didn't make that last spot when she's kind of sure about BAFTA and SAG. And, you know, it seems like she had like a nice little late surge in the award season. So, but let's see what happens. Maybe she'll be in it and they take someone else out. Felicity Jones? I don't know. We'll see.
Ariana Grande.
My girl. Yo, just real quick, y'all. As a music lover, as a huge fan of Ariana Grande, I just want to take a moment to send love to my girl Ariana Grande. Mwah! Love you, babes, and I'm so happy for you. And I'm so proud of you. And as a fan of yours, I'm so happy knowing that you are. I know that just internally, like, Ari is like the little girl that was trying to be a singer and an actress is beaming inside, because I think we've all known her for years as being like, you know, the singer, like, you know, the vocalist. And I think when it comes to the acting side of her talent and her career, I think a lot of people have just kind of put that to the side and, you know, or just kind of relegated her to like the, you know, the Nickelodeon career she had, you know, being a child actress and all that, you know, dumb shit from when she was a kid that didn't hold weight. So it is so great to see in her adult era now to be a respected actress, and she was in a movie, one of the best and most successful movies of the year, and to be steamrolling this whole award season, and it finally culminating in now being an Oscar nominated actress like Ariana Grande, babes. Oh, I'm so proud of you, baby. I'm so proud of you. Like, wow. 11, 12 years ago when this girl hopped up on the scene musically, I never would have thought she would have been an Oscar nominated actress. Like, I just thought it was gonna be music, and if she did acting, it would just be like, you know, regular stuff that, you know, wouldn't result in like Oscar nominated, you know, roles. But Wicked was the ticket, and she killed it as Glinda in Wicked. And Ariana Grande, Academy Award nominee. Woo! And Loki is threatening for the win. So wow, I was so happy for you, babes. I'm so happy for you. Mwah! Congrats! Oh, I know she's so happy. I know she's been like in her room by like crying and like bouncing up the walls all day. I'm so happy for her. Like, I know she's just like, because listen, as a fan of Ariana Grande, like her journey, bro, like the things she's been through, like I know like this is like a watershed moment for her in her life, and I'm just so happy for her. Like, you know, I love when my people like, you know, get their things. Like, I just okay, let me stop talking. All right, let's
Felicity
see.
Jones.
Felicity Jones got it.
Isabella Rossellini. Conclave.
And Zoe.
Saldana.
Okay.
Amelia Perez.
Right. Okay. So honestly, this makes a lot of sense. I think the only thing, like I said, is I kind of thought it was gonna go in Jamie Lee Curtis's favor more so than Monica Barbaro's, but that's what the Academy's for. They're here for, you know, surprises and snubs galore. Jamie Lee Curtis, you had a nice little promo run, and you had a nice little, you know, campaign that resulted in some really important, you know, nominations for, you know, the precursors, but it didn't end up in a final number. Well, but I'm also not that mad about it because hello, she just won an Oscar 2 years ago that she should not have won. No shade. So I'm not mad that they said she don't need to be nominated again. And they gave love to a newbie in Monica Barbara, which makes a lot of sense. So Zoe also a first time nominee after a 20, 30 plus year career in this business. This is her first nomination, so, and she's probably gonna win it. So I'm so happy for Zoe Saldana as well. Amazing performance in Amelia Perez. And after a really amazing and diverse and really under recognized and under appreciated career, but she's had a really good career. So I'm happy that she finally has an Oscar nominee to her title. Deserved. So congrats, Zoe.
The nominees for Achievement in Music, Originals.
Okay, I'm actually really excited to see what happens in original song. I think I'm expecting both Amelia Perez songs to make it in. I'm definitely expecting Kiss the Sky and the Wild Robot to make it in. Shout out to Maren Morris. I think this will be her first Oscar nomination. I'm excited for her. I love Maren Morris. I want to see what else will make it in, if it'll be the Diane Warren song or something else, like a surprise song, but with, you know, from one of the Best Pictures nominations, which always happens a lot. So let's see what happens. But I think I'm definitely expecting at least the Amelia Perez songs to be locks here. And the Wild Robot song.
El Mal from Amelia
El Mal.
Perez. The Journey from the 6888.
And Diane Warren makes it in again, period. Shout out to her.
A Bird from Sing Sing.
Like a bird from Sing Sing made it, and I love that. Okay, so Sing Sing. I'm wondering now if it'll make it into Best Picture just off of this nomination alone. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But I love that it made it in here. I love that. And Mi Camino from Amelia Perez.
From Amelia Perez.
And then Kiss the Sky.
And Never Too Late from Elton John.
Oh yeah. See, I know I was forgetting somebody. The Elton John song. Yeah, the Elton John song from his movie. Oh, Maren Morris missed. Oh, I don't like that. She was doing so well this whole award season with that song. I feel really bad that Maren Morris missed. That was a really good song too for the really good movie. Damn. But you never really can count Diane Warren out, and Elton John being here is not a shocker to anybody who knows anything in life. It's Elton John. It's the Oscars. It's his movie about his life. Hello, it makes sense that he's here. And we have the two Amelia Perez songs, which are always locked. So it didn't leave that much room for, you know, other people to come in. Sing Sing made it in here with Like a Bird. But man, I really was hoping for the Andre Day song and expecting to see Maren Morris here. So I'm kind of upset about those snubs, but it is what it is. Yeah, I just have to say, I really like Bowen and Rachel's vibe presenting. I love the vibe. I like how it's like they're mad chill and calm. They're not taking it too serious, but they're doing a good job of pronouncing everything, pacing. Like, I love this. Let them come back next year too. I like them.
The nominees are I'm Still Here, Brazil.
I'm Still Here made it in for international feature. Okay.
The Girl with the Needle, Denmark.
Okay.
Amelia Perez.
Amelia Perez.
France.
Probably definitely gonna win it.
The Seed of the Sacred Fig.
Sacred Fig made it. Okay.
And Flow.
Flow made it. Okay. I'm not surprised by those nominees.
And for Best Animated Feature Film, here are the nominees.
I think everyone had the same 5. Let's see if anything else happens, but I think everyone has the same 5. So let's see how this goes. Flow.
Inside Out 2.
Period.
Memoir of a Snail.
Okay.
Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
Vengeance Must Fall.
And the Wild Robot.
And
Okay.
The Wild Robot.
We love it. A cute 5.
For achievement in production design.
All right. So I'm expecting, let me see, just off memory, locks should be Doom Part 2. I'm thinking Nosferatu. I want to say Conclave. I think we'll make it in. Wicked. Those I think are 4 locks. I'm probably missing some people in my mind, but let's see who else
The
made it in.
Brutalist.
Oh, the Brutalist. Okay.
Conclave. Dune Part 2.
Dune. Nosferatu. And Wicked. Period. Okay. A cute 5.
For achievement in film editing, the nominees are
Okay, this category is a hot mess, so I'm excited to see who ended up making the final 5.
Anora,
okay.
The Brutalist.
Oh, the Brutalist. I feel like a lot of people thought the Brutalist would miss in this category. So the fact that it made it in is a good sign for a strong showing this year. And it just popped up in production design. Now it's in film editing. Okay, so I think the Brutalist is gonna have a great haul of nominations for what I'm seeing here. Okay, Conclave, yeah. Okay.
Emilia Perez
made it in. Okay.
And
Wicked. Okay, interesting 5. Okay.
And for achievement in sound, here are the nominees. A Complete Unknown.
Makes sense.
Dune Part 2.
Period.
Emilia Perez.
I'm not mad at it.
Wicked.
There you go.
And The Wild Robot.
Okay. Am I tripping? I feel like somebody is missing here. I guess, okay, this 5 does make sense. But I feel like somebody here is being snubbed crazy. And I can't recall who it is.
The nominees for achievement in visual effects: Alien, Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes,
okay,
and Wicked.
Okay. I'm glad Wicked got in. I'm glad Dune Part 2 got in and Better Man got in. I'm not seeing that movie, but it looks like it should have been in there. Alien, Romulus. Okay, so this 5 makes a lot of sense. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I've not seen that one, but I'm not surprised it's here. Okay.
Cinematography. The nominees are
Cinematography. Let's go.
The Brutalist.
Not surprised.
Dune Part 2.
Not surprised. There we go.
Emilia Perez.
Okay.
Maria.
And
Nosferatu.
Okay, so the top 4 made it in, and then Maria was that last spot for cinematography. I know a lot of people thought, A Complete Unknown was probably going to be the alternate, and honestly, from looking at all these nominations up until now, because it's had such a great haul so far, I kind of would have thought it would have made sense if A Complete Unknown would have made the 5th slot here instead of Maria. But I guess it makes sense that they were like, listen, we gotta give Maria something because Angelina's probably not getting nominated, so let's give Maria something. So I'm not mad that it's here. Oh yeah, also I think it would have been nice, obviously, if Nickel Boys could have been in the 5th spot, in my opinion, compared to Maria or Complete Unknown. But I don't think Nickel Boys is gonna have that great of a haul besides Screenplay. So not surprising, but that would have been a really nice surprise for it to pop up here.
For performance by an actor in a leading role, the nominees are
Okay, so I hope I'm right about this prediction. I feel like it's gonna be the top 4, and I want to say the 5th spot is gonna go to Sebastian Stan. If it goes to Daniel Craig, I will not be surprised. It will make a lot of sense. Okay, so my rationale is that even though I feel like it's such a good time for Daniel Craig to be nominated as a first-time nominee after, a years-long career so far, being like, kind of an action star, like, a popcorn movie actor, but I feel like this is a good time for the Academy and the industry to recognize him as an Oscar nominee for his role in Queer, and it feels like the right time, but I feel like a lot of people didn't love Queer like that, and Queer as a movie didn't really move the needle like that this year, and I feel like it didn't make a lot of impact throughout the award season, and again, his nominations were very spotty throughout the award season as well. I feel like Sebastian Stan will make a lot more sense. I think a lot of people have respect for him taking the role of Donald Trump. I've not seen The Apprentice yet. I'm looking forward to seeing it at some point, but I think a lot of people have respect for him taking on that role. It seems like he's having like this moment right now in the industry, along with this and his role in what was it? The other movie's in A Complete Man or something like that. The other movie's in where the one that he won the Golden Globe for. So it seems like Sebastian Stan's having a great moment right now, and I just feel like even though a lot of people probably would want to give it to Daniel Craig in their minds, I feel like in reality, I think Sebastian Stan will probably pull a lot more votes in for that last spot. But I could be wrong. Let's see. I'm going to predict Sebastian Stan is in that 5th spot. But if it's Daniel Craig, I won't be surprised. And again, like I said before, low-key, if I had it my way, I might give that 5th spot to Jesse Eisenberg. That's probably who I would give it to personally, but it's probably not going that way. But let's see what happens. I'm excited.
Adrian Brody in The Brutalist.
He's going to win it. Shout out Adrian.
Timothy Chalamet in A Complete Unknown.
Shout out Timothy.
Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing.
Coleman Domingo. Shout out to you on your 2nd Oscar nomination in 3 years. Amazing. I'm so happy for, well, in 2 years, right? Because wasn't he nominated just last year, wasn't it? But yeah, I think he was nominated just last year. Amazing. Coleman Domingo, I'm so proud of you for your role in Sing Sing. You killed it. I'm so happy for you. Deserved. Let's go.
Ray Fiennes
Ray
in
Fiennes.
Conclave. And Sebastian Stan in The
I
Apprentice.
called it. Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice. I called it. I had a feeling. I said, listen, I think a lot of people had Daniel Craig in that last spot for a long time to make sense, but I feel like something made me feel like the industry as a whole just wanted to kind of rally around Sebastian Stan more, and I just had a feeling he was gonna get that last spot. I had a feeling, and I was right. Okay, shout out to Sebastian Stan, man. Wow. I'm not surprised. I can't wait to watch that movie and see what he did in it. But I feel really bad for Daniel Craig. I feel really bad. But also, maybe not that bad, because I think he'll hopefully have more roles in the future that'll definitely get him here, or in supporting actor, whatever it is. But it's okay. I think he'll be nominated at some point in the future for sure. He'll be fine.
Actress in a leading role. The nominee.
Woo! Another category that's a hot mess. Here we go. Again, I think the top 4, we all have the same top 4. I think in the 5th spot, I've had Fernando Torres in my 5th spot for a long time, but in the last day or two, I've been kind of thinking, what if it's Marianne Jean Baptiste? I just feel like it will be her. I feel like the Oscars are always good for like redeeming that person that kind of had a spotty award season, especially in the leading actor and actress categories. I feel like they're always good for redeeming that person that had Kristen Stewart, that person that always had like a spotty showing throughout the season, but just had a performance that was beloved by everybody that saw it and makes it in the end. So I kind of feel like, I really feel like Marianne Jean Baptiste is going to make it in that 5th spot. And I want to kind of predict that. But I also will not be surprised if it ends up being Fernanda Torres, which, makes a lot of sense as well. I think it probably will be her. But I kind of want to, have a crazy prediction that it'll be Marianne. My heart tells me that it'll be Marianne, but my mind is telling me just go with Fernanda. So I don't know. I'm not, whatever. I don't know. I'm excited. Either way, it'll be a cute 5. I'm going to go with Marianne. Let's see if I'm right. But if it's Fernanda, I take it back.
Cynthia Erivo.
Period. My girl Cynthia Erivo, another 2-time now Oscar nominee. Shout out to Cynthia on her 2nd nomination. Love that for you. Babes, you killed it in Wicked as Alfalfa. Ate it up. So happy for you. 2nd nomination in 5-6 years. So happy for you. Congratulations.
Carla Sofia Gascon.
Okay. Carla got it. Not surprised. Mikey Madison
Nora.
Got it. Not surprised.
Demi Moore in The Substance.
Shout out Demi Moore. Yo, to everybody that was like, oh, Demi Moore not gonna make it. I get it, but when was Demi Moore never gonna make it? Like, after she won the Globe, she's been getting nominations everywhere. She's had a great season so far, and her narrative was insane. Why would she miss in the end? I know it was cool to think she would miss, but come on, bro. Demi Moore was not gonna miss. I don't think she needs to win, but at least a nomination. Come on. All right, and let's see who got that last spot. I'm nervous. It's gonna be Marianne or Fernanda or someone else. Let's see.
And
Fernanda Torres. Okay. Shout out to Fernanda. I'm so sorry, Marianne Jean Baptiste. She's the Daniel Craig in this category. Yeah, Fernanda Torres. I'm not surprised. All right. So directing, I think that this is actually pretty easy. I want to say it's definitely going to be Sean Baker, Brady Corbet, Jacques Audiard, Edward Berger, and Coralie Farjay. I could see Edward Berger missing and also Coralie Farjay missing. I could see one of them missing for an alternative, maybe Ramel Ross or another international director. But I think that 5 is the 5. But let's see if I'm right.
Sean Baker.
Baker. Yeah.
Brady Corbet, The Brutalist.
Brady Corbet.
James Mangold, A Complete Unknown.
Bitch! James Mangold for A Complete Unknown. Okay, listen. I've not seen A Complete Unknown yet, but I think a lot of people also feel the same way, that great movie, but did it need to be nominated in directing? So I'm assuming James took up either Edward Berger's spot or Coralie Farjay's spot, and if he takes an Edward Berger spot, I'm not that mad at it. But if he took up Coralie Farjay's spot, I feel a way about that. Not only because she's a woman, which is, a reason why she should be here, in my opinion, for, we need diversity, but also because I think what Coralie did in the substance was really original and really should be recognized. So I hope she doesn't get snubbed, but something tells me it might be her and not Edward Berger. Let's see what happens.
Jacques Audiard.
Jacques
Annette
Audiard
Perez.
and
Coralie Farjay, The Substance.
I'm so glad Coralie wasn't snubbed. So that means Edward Berger was snubbed, which is not that surprising, but I don't think a lot of people probably had this 5. So yeah, I feel like this nomination for James Mangold is not really about his actual directing the movie. I feel like this is more so about the obvious major love that the Academy has for this film. So I think the Academy part just rallied around him to kind of throw him a bone for a really great film that a lot of people love, even though it probably wasn't the most beautiful. It probably wasn't the most sophisticated directing showcase from what I'm seeing in the trailer and just from what I'm hearing in the industry. But also, I think the Academy does tend to have a history of, especially in this category, sometimes throwing people a bone for not the actual movie itself, but just for kind of like a career of directing great films and just to kind of give it to the film that, was really done well, even though it probably shouldn't have been nominated. So that I feel like that does happen from time to time in this category in Best Director. So James Mangold definitely is that person this year. I'm happy for him. I can't wait to see the movie. Hopefully I'll see it soon. I'm surprised he did make it in over Edward Berger, but I'm not that personally upset about it. But I know some people are probably gonna be like, oh my God, James Mangold actually made it in. But yeah. But regardless of that, a cute 5, and I'm just glad that Coralie Farjay made it in. Amen. But this is definitely probably gonna be Brady Corbet's to lose, so it is what it is. Real quick disclaimer for Best Picture, I think we'll have the same top 8, and in my last 2 spots, I wanna predict. Let's see. I originally had Nickel Boys kind of on my heart as somewhere in that 9th or 10th spot, but with me seeing it getting no nominations besides Screenplay, I think Nickel Boys is out. And I think maybe Sing Sing will probably get into that last spot. And I don't know if I want to say it's going to be a Real Pain or September 5. Maybe, you know what? I actually might want to predict that September. No, you know what? I think I'm going to go with the Real Pain and Sing Sing in those last 2 spots. To me, that makes a lot of sense. But I won't be surprised if September 5 takes up one of those last 2 spots. Or Nickel Boys could potentially. But it feels like a Real Pain and Sing Sing will take up those last 2 spots. From what I've seen with all the other categories, that makes the most sense. But let's see what happens. I'm excited.
Okay,
here we go.
Honora.
Come on, Honora.
So, The Brutalist.
A complete unknown. Fred Berger.
Yep.
James
Conclave,
Tessa
yep.
Ross.
Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2.
Mary
At
Harrington.
least I'm glad they made it here, if not in director. Goddamn. Emilia Perez.
Perez.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out why are all these nominees needing to be determined in all these categories. Nominees to be determined. Nominees to be determined. What's it giving? What's going on? Can someone tell me? Like,
I'm still here. Nominees to be determined.
Guys, paperwork.
I'm Still Here made it into Best Picture. Oh shit. Oh, so that means probably Sing Sing or Real Pain is definitely not making it in then. Damn. I'm shocked that I'm Still Here is here. Well, shout out to its title. I'm
still here, 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 here. Oh, I'm still here, here.
I'm still here, here, here. Shout out to Tisha Campbell. Yo, I'm Still Here is still here. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. I'm shocked. I didn't think that would be here at all. No shade. Okay, so we have 2 movies that are an international film and Best Picture, which I think this is the first year that's happened. Wow, that's amazing. Okay. Wow. I need to watch that film when I can. Shoot. Okay. What else we got?
Nickel Boys. Needs to be determined.
Nickel Boys made it into Best Picture. I just watched Nickel Boys this week, and I will admit it kind of. I feel like it's a movie I need to watch again to really digest it and get into it. But just even off my first watch, I just feel like it's a really beautiful and really original film, and really forward thinking in the way it was, the filmmaking and the technique that was used, and the pacing, and just the way it was just a really different type of film. Really, really intimate, really understated, but really powerful. And yeah, I didn't expect it would make it in the end, but I'm so glad it did. Period. Nickel Boys made it. Wow, this picture lineup is throwing me for a loop. I'm still here, Nickel Boys. I mean, there was a chance I knew Nickel Boys would be here. I'm glad it did, but I didn't think I'm Still Here would be here. I thought Nickel Boys would come off seeing I'm Still Here. So it looks like A Real Pain might be out. I think alphabetically A Real Pain was already out. I just realized that. I think alphabetically A Real Pain has already been out, which is a shame because I like that movie a lot, but I'm not surprised. And I'm assuming Sing Sing might be out, but let's see.
The Substance.
The Substance, nice.
And Wicked.
And
Mark
Wicked,
Platt,
okay.
producer.
All right, so Sing Sing and A Real Pain actually missed out. And instead we have I'm Still Here and Nickel Boys, which I'm not upset at Nickel Boys being here. I am a little sad that Sing Sing didn't make it in, but I'm not that surprised, to be honest. I think that's a movie that unfortunately the industry just didn't really get, and I think the people that loved it, but I don't think there was enough people in the industry that loved it to get it here, even though I really feel like it should be here, but I'm not surprised it's not. And A Real Pain, same thing. I'm really surprised that kind of didn't make it. A Real Pain felt like it was the holdovers of this year. Like, like that movie that like everybody who watches it loves, like no one hates it. It's a really chill movie about like family, friends, just going through life. It's a comedy, but it also has like this like darkness and like sadness underlying aspect to it that we all can relate to, but it's like really funny and it's really like digestible and universal. It felt like that. It felt like that was the movie that should have filled that slot this year. But I feel like there really is no movie that kind of fills that slot this year, which is interesting. A Real Pain felt like that movie, kind of like the holdovers of. There's always that kind of movie every year. So we have no movie that is kind of like that this year, which is not surprising because this has been a really weird year for movies. But all right, that's Best Picture. Hey y'all, it's Editing Bright here. And I just want to give you guys some thoughts on the nominations that I had that I wasn't able to get off in my original reaction to the nominations when I recorded it. So the one good thing I wanted to say, shout out to the Succession boys, shout out to Kieran Culkin and Jeremy Strong on their nominations and being nominated in the same category in the same year. That is so beautiful and poetic. I love it. Shiv, where were you at? Sarah Snook, our girl, you were missing. Where were you at? Now to all my negative notes I had that I didn't get to mention in the video. It's a shame challengers did not make it to score. That is a damn shame. What Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross did for the challenger score was so forward-thinking and brilliant and really should have been recognized by the Academy. So shame on the Academy for not recognizing it in score. Had to mention that. Should have been a shoo-in. And I also want to highlight that I really feel like it's a shame that Denis Villeneuve was not nominated for Best Director for Dune Part 2. We all know he wasn't getting nominated, and I think it was a given throughout the year, obviously, but it's a shame that that was the case because history will not be kind to the fact that we really didn't give Denis this nomination and or the win for either Dune Part 1 or 2 for what the massive achievement that was both of these films. So it's a shame. I get why, it's franchise or whatever, he'll have his due in future years and for future projects, but history is not will not be kind to the fact that we really ignored what Denis Villeneuve did for the Dune franchise. We really should have recognized him better. It's a shame. We knew he wasn't gonna be the final five for director, but he should have been. So I just wanted to mention that real quickly. Also, Nickel Boys really should have been in cinematography, especially with it landing in Best Picture. I feel like that's another category where they could have easily and should have picked up a nomination that made sense, would have been deserved, was expected, and it would have helped make sense for the argument for it being a Best Picture nominee with having more nominations under its belt besides screenplay. So that would have been a great nomination. I don't know why that didn't happen, but it is what it is. And also I going back to Dune a little bit. I do get it, but I because again it's franchise, it's the sequel, but Dune Part 2 missing in editing and in costume to me was really shameful, especially costume. I mean, and editing too, but it really should have been in both of those categories, so that's a shame. And also challengers, it's a shame that challengers did not make it again into score and also editing as well. I feel like Wicked took up the spots in editing and score that really should have went to challengers. I love Wicked down, but I really feel like Wicked being editing was random, and Wicked being a score is not random, but I feel like I would have rather had a challenger score in that last spot compared to Wicked. And same thing for editing. I feel like the editing in Challengers is much better than it was in Wicked. So I love Wicked, but I don't. And again, Challengers was released early in the year, so that obviously didn't help it. But that's how I would have done it. So I'm kind of annoyed that Challengers had a bad night and had spots that it should have been, nominations that it should have gotten taken up by Wicked. But especially since Wicked got like several other nominations in other places. But it is what it is. So those are my final thoughts on the nominations. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's it. Bye. But yeah, man, that's my reaction to the 2025 Oscar nominations. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I wasn't that up to speed on a lot, the technical categories and some of the below the line categories, which I apologize for. I've been very busy in my life and in work and all that. But I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the categories, that I really know more about and am invested in. And let me know what y'all thought about, this year's nominations. Do you guys love them? Do you hate them? Let me know all your thoughts on the biggest snubs and surprises for you personally, and also that you thought were probably universal too for everyone. I think there were some really interesting things that happened this year in Best Picture. James Mangold, the director. I saw like interesting things happening in different categories that you saw throughout the video. But let me know what were your snubs and surprises. Let me know how you felt about this year's nominations. Let me know who you think will be winning. I don't think I'll give you guys a video on my predicted winners. I might not. We'll see what happens. See how I feel. But yeah, let me know who you guys think will be winning Oscars in March. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this Oscar season comes to a wrap. From now until then, we have BAFTAs, Critics' Choice, SAG. So we have a couple of precursors that need to actually announce their winners as well. And I think that'll kind of, hopefully bring into vision who will be winning the Oscars in some major categories. But at the end of the day, as always, anything can and probably will happen on Oscar day or Oscar night. So, but yeah, so let's see what happens. But in the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below all your thoughts, and I appreciate y'all for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. And go join my Patreon. Thank you. But all right, y'all, this has been your boy Bright, the R&B Kid. Thank you for watching. But for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all. Peace.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. Relax just a little bit, you don't gotta worry, you can just